Hey guys, well, here are my two handheld leaf blowers. On the left, a ECHO PB251, and on the right, a Stihl BG86. So I'm going to just do a little comparing video between the two blowers. So I'll definitely will do a two-part comparison. So this will be part one. Part two, I'll do it in the fall. And just for the sake of this video, I put on the round tube on the BG86, just because that my PB251 also has a round end tube as well. So let's start out with the PB251. I've had it for 9 years. It's been an excellent blower. Unfortunately, ECHO doesn't make it anymore. Sorry about the wind. As I said, see, this blower is not around anymore. It got replaced by the PB250, but however, the PB255 is still around, which is basically the same blower like this, just except it has the flat end tube. And oh yeah, we'll look at the specs, which are right over here. See, their engine displacement is 25.4 cc's. It comes equipped with the posi-lock system, which is very easy to pull the tube off and reinstall it. It's a little bit, I find that it's a little bit easier to remove it and put it back on than it is on the Stihl blower. But it's still pretty simple though. And I'll show you the air filter. Actually, I'll pull off the air filters on both blowers here. So there's the filter on the PB251. I like to close the chokes on both machines whenever I do something like this. Alright, now let's take the one off of the BG86. Alright, and there's the one on the BG86, so let's pull off the one on the PB251. So there, that's what it looks like. Really nice filter, just like on all the ECHO equipment. I don't exactly know what kind of material that these filters are made out of. They're really not that bad. And here's the one on the Stihl BG86. As you can see, it's actually an automotive style filter. It's got the pleats on it, a pleated style, just like on my Stihl FS91R. I do find that these are much better. Just goes on like that. So now I'll go ahead and put it back on. let's have a little look at the Stihl. Kind of compare some things between it and the ECHO. There's the throttle triggers. Pretty much similar to like on the one on the ECHO, just except this one it's much wider. It's much longer though. I kind of like the longer throttle trigger better though, compared to like on the Stihl. On this one here, on the top handle, has a more comfy grip, whereas the PB251 does not. Now on the newer PB255s, they do have a comfy grip. And the fuel tank, I think I would have to say that the fuel tank on the ECHO PB251 is a little bit smaller than the one on the Stihl. Probably just because that Stihl has a bigger engine. And I can show you that the specs on the Stihl. It says right there 27 cc's, but technically it's actually 27.2 cc's. So just a little bit more power. And these are both powered by professional grade 2-stroke engines. And this is more of a homeowner blower. This one is mainly used as the professionals. Also good for homeowners as well. And one thing about with this one is you can actually see it's got anti-vibration springs on it, kind of like on a backpack blower, mainly to reduce vibration and fatigue. Whereas on the ECHO, it doesn't have that. The one thing I would have to say is the location of the recoil starters. I actually like the one better on the ECHO versus having it on the Stihl where it's on the left side. Where it kind of almost does make you seem to think that you have to pull it over with your left hand, but you don't really have to. I had to kind of have to just place my left hand right here and then just reach my right hand to pull it, but it's still not bad. I just personally prefer having it on the right side, as you see here on the ECHO. And one thing that you can tell, you can't even see the carburetor on the Stihl, whereas on the ECHO you can see its carburetor right there. And the ECHO uses a J.A.S.O RB series carburetor. I don't know what kind of carburetor that's used on this. I know it's probably a J.A.S.O. I'm going to guess maybe C1Q or something. I'm not 100% sure. I know the Stihl FS38s and Stihl BG50s and BG55s would use the J.A.S.O C1Q series carburetors. And yeah. Oh yeah, and also one nice thing on between the ECHOs and the Stihls is on how to get access to the spark arrestor screens whenever if they happen to get clogged up. And as you can see on the ECHO, it does require a bit more work to get access to it, which you have to take this guard off, which it's only held on by 2 Allen screws. There's a screw right there, and then there's another one at the bottom. And then on this exhaust output, you got to take it off. I think there's 5 screws. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get those off. in order to get to the spark arrestor screen on the ECHO, which I never have really had to do that because I've never had any problems with the spark arrestor screen clogging up on this. I did check it recently and it still does come out clean. Now whereas on the Stihl, they've actually made it easy to get access to its spark arrestor screen. Yeah, look at that. This will just come off. All you need is just a size 5/8 socket and it'll just come right off. I can probably demonstrate that right now. So here's how you would take the spark arrestor screen off on the Stihl. So just get this special little tool right here that's made by Stihl. This came with my FS91, and one end of it is just perfect that I can just, it's just perfect for me that I can just take this off and voila, this is what it looks like. This is what the spark arrestor screen does look like on it. And in this case, this one is nice and clean. It still is. I'm pretty sure that one of these years it'll probably will end up clogging up. Whenever it does, I'll make a video on how to clean these, and these are really easy to clean. And then you just screw it back in. I would recommend that you do not run these things without having these things on, because otherwise it will make your blower or trimmer, etc., run really loud. Probably just piss the neighbors off too. And then just snug it on. You don't need to have it too tight. That's how you would get access to the spark arrestor screen on the Stihl. So I guess what I will do is I'll start them up and do a little blow with them. And the weight on the Stihl is 9.7 pounds, so just under 10 pounds. I forget what the weight is on the PB251. I would have to say that the weight on both blowers are probably equal, pretty much, because they feel almost the same. For some reason, the PB251 just feels a tad heavier than the Stihl. It just does, but not by much. Alright, so let's start them up. Let's start out with the ECHO. And the way to start it, flip the switch on, have it on choke. We'll give it about 5 primes. Alright. This one will usually start in about maybe 1 or 2 pulls. And look at there, 1 pull. Also has cruise control, so just squeeze the throttle and move the cruise control lever back. we'll start up the Stihl. And this model here also has cruise control as well. So to use it, just move this lever all the way up, and it's already locked into the full throttle position. And that's how it works. And this lever does act as the kill switch too. You just press it down to shut it off. That's real nice. So for this one, now this one has what's called semi-automatic choke. So we'll put it to full choke. The reason I say it's semi-automatic choke is because if you tap on the throttle, it'll automatically will bring the choke back into its run position. Okay, so we'll do full choke. Push the primer bulb 5 times. Alright, this one will require a little bit more pulls than the ECHO. Alright, sometimes I can be able to try to catch it though that way. So when it fires like that, just put the choke into the half choke position or warm start, and then it'll usually take maybe 2 more pulls. Alright, and there's the Stihl running. And I'll demonstrate the cruise control. Yeah, once after you disengage the cruise control, just be careful not to move this thing all the way back, because otherwise, yeah, like that, otherwise you could just kill it. Okay. Alright, so now I'll start both of them up, let y'all hear them run at the same time. Excuse me. here they are, they're both running. Alright, now I'm going to rev them at the same time. Alright, it's kind of hard to tell which one of them is quieter at idle, but when they're revving at full throttle, this one is just a tad louder though, but it's really hard to tell. Now this one is rated at 65 decibels, this one's rated at 70. To me, it doesn't seem that loud. You know what? Honestly, I think the Stihl is a little quieter when it's idling. Alright, let's shut him down. Yep, better shut them off because it's starting to get dark out here. Because now that I got the security lights on. Alright, so this would be part one of the comparison on the two handheld blowers. ECHO versus Stihl. So definitely we'll have to do a leaf blowing comparison between these blowers, which that'll be sometime this fall. Here in the backyard once all these leaves fall down, because I can't do it in the front yard because we don't have a tree out front anymore. So this probably won't be till either October or November. And we'll see how well they'll do. I also will do a leaf blowing comparison on the Stihl between the round end tube and the flat end tube. Alright, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and so thanks for watching.